Hey guys, welcome to Tech Talk with Rach. Today I just want to talk to you guys about some surface prep. We always have to prep the surface no matter what we're going to be sticking to it, whether it be digital print films, tint films, and today we're going to cover your favourite double-sided tape. Now, surface prep is generally always the same. Things you will need on your shopping list is IPA, very much an industry standard cleaner. We sell this in 1 and 5 litre containers. 3M also has it, IPA in a can, IPA. Okay, so those are the cleaners you will need, and for today we're going to be talking about abrading. So abrading is breaking up the surface, and I have one of these guys here. It's a Scotch-Brite pad. You don't need anything overly coarse, just the white ones are generally the best for breaking up the substrate. A trusty squeegee. We have heaps and heaps of tools. Jump online to clgroup.co.nz and check out all of our accessories. I'm going to use this one today. It's a Teflon, so it's quite hard, not like the plastic ones. They bend too much, but this is what I'm using today. Also a knife, 9mm, all good. And also adhesion promoters. So here at Computer Letter we sell 2 different brands of double-sided tape. So because we're distributors for 3M, we sell 3M VHB, and we also do Tessa tape. Tessa, we have a whole heap of different tapes. So for primers and adhesion promoters, you need to use like with like. So for 3M, they have Primer 94. So always use 3M Primer 94 with 3M adhesives. Comes in an ampule, a little 240ml tin and a 1 litre. And for Tessa, we have a little 100ml adhesion promoter. So today, I'm just going to be running you through the basic tips and tricks. So I have a nice lint-free cloth. So what I'm going to do first is spray my IPA onto my ACM substrate. So spray it. Make sure you don't get it in your eyes because you'll be singing at that point. I'm just going to wipe it all down. Cool. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do 4 different tests. So now I've cleaned it with my IPA, I'm just going to put 1 strip of tape down with nothing. So just a cleaned substrate. Then the second one I'm going to abrade, which means I'm going to scuff the substrate. The third option I'm going to put down just plain primer. And the fourth option I'm going to abrade the substrate and I'm going to put primer down. So what I'm going to do first is, got my roll of VHB. The reason I chose this roll of VHB is because it's a standard double-sided tape that most sign shops will have. So I'm just going to cut like some strips up. My first one, I'm just going to be putting down onto my piece of ACM. So this, I've already cleaned it with IPA, and I've also, like I say, just cut my strip here. Just going to pop this down. So this is the first piece, right? So just cleaned IPA, no primer, no abrading. Just going to push this way and that. Sweet, down. Right, so the second one, I'm going to abrade it. So by abrading, just going to get my little white Scotch-Brite. I'm just going to try and break up the surface, okay? So the most important reason as to why you would abrade a really nice glossy substrate is because tapes actually adhere best when the surface is roughed up, right? Because it creates peaks and troughs, and the tape actually wets into those peaks and troughs, and it just gives better adhesion. It's gruntier. It's actually then working itself into the substrate rather than what I've got on the first piece, nothing. It's just sitting on the substrate. So being able to break up the substrate actually helps the tape embed itself into the substrate. Right, my knife, lost my knife, there we go. Sweet, let's cut me another piece of double-sided tape here. Sweet, so exactly the same application again. I just put my tape down, this time into the abraded area. Still no primer. Just doing that. Squeegee it, just with all my force behind it. Don't need anything overly exciting. Oh, sorry. The next one I'm going to do, no abrading, just pure primer, okay? So I'm just going to crush the dot. These guys have a little dot on the ampules. They're really helpful. So just crush it. And then with this little end here, I'm just going to paint it on, okay? Just paint on an area. Cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to let that dry, and then I'm just going to prep the next area. So it's abrading. Just abrade my last little area. Do that. Then with my cloth, spray some of this on it. Just clean it after I've abraded it, which is probably, there we go. And now that I've done that, I'm going to use my ampule, and I'm going to put the primer down into that area. Cool. Right, I'm just going to give that a little bit to dry, and I'll be right back, and we're going to try and pull them off. See you in a bit.